Yeah.
You got a freaking petting zoo in your crib, man.
Yeah, we got a cat. Well, he's usually an outside cat though. Two dogs, I guess.
That's
Two
the killer.
turtles and a gerbil, or sorry, hamster. Yeah, he's a killer, murder death killer.
He brings trophies to the doorstep.
Yeah, he does. I saw him walk by once with a blue jay outside. Just what the hell? He just dropped it and left it. What are you doing? Except for he likes playing with these stupid things on my. Ah, shit! These things on my hoodie feels dangle, and I'll think they're like a mouse's tail or something. It'll try to get him. He just scratched me.
No.
Anyways, what's up with you?
It's my first time working on my side project in probably 5 days.
What?
Well, a lot of it is done, at least the client side. Now I'm just doing bug fixes for the most part. And then I think I shared with you earlier, I gotta write out the back end. It's kind of, it's, like when you have like gainful employment, like you could be there for 6 months or a year and you're just in a routine where like you write code, you answer questions, and you get your paycheck. And you're not as driven to surge on results because you know that it's inevitable that sooner or later it's going to get done. But like when you're moonlighting, like when you're doing like your mornings and evenings and weekends, you're not sure if it's ever going to get done. You want it to get done. That's the whole purpose of you like putting forth the effort. But one is, I think the biggest difference between like gainful employment, working on a project, and like moonlighting, doing your own thing, working on a project, is there's not a force multiplier of scope creep when you're working your 9 to 5 because there's a finite budget. I mean, there is scope creep, but it's not ridiculous. Whereas when you're working on your side project, you may start off with your vision, and then like freaking 4 months later, it vaguely resembles what your original objective was. Just because you see opportunities and you think you have a higher return on investment if you start building those pieces as well. That's where I'm at.
Gotcha. Yeah, lack of a product owner to make tough decisions, and yeah, that's why I always struggle with any sort of long-term projects. Is if I can't envision myself completing the project in like a weekend, I assume that I just will never get it done because as soon as I let up on it, it'll be like coming back to it as like I'm not going to get this done. You know what I mean? It's I don't know, but yeah, I think a lot of that is because it's so open-ended and there's no constraints around it. Like you can do anything, you add every feature in the world, and no one's there to stop you or tell you, no, we need to get this out the door by tomorrow or anything like that. So,
well, I mean, that and the other part that I think is way more common, the difference or delta between being gainfully employed versus just hacking something up based on your own genuine idea, is the business usually has a client or take two. A business usually has a customer or customers. Like, so you know that there's a buyer and you know generally what they want to buy and you're building it. But then like when you're doing your own passion project, 9 times out of 10, you don't have someone that already committed to giving you a paycheck. You're just anticipating. Like, so.
Well, and yeah, and then with that, in that scenario, you don't have to be the one coming up with the requirements or whatever too. It's what is the best for this real actual need, not something you're imagining as a need. So it's I don't know. Yeah, I've found it's tough to do side projects just because there's just way too much you can do, and it's like, and I don't even know if it's right unless I have somebody who does that thing, and I don't do enough things where I could give myself a meaningful side project that I actually could scratch my own itch with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some things within work that I have that I've built that help me there, but they're not things that would be commercial successes or that I even need outside of work because I don't work this way outside of work. So I know what you mean. It's a rough world trying to come up with good side projects and see them through. I've seen through a few. I mean, I think I shipped I shipped maybe like 2-3 apps to the Windows Store, game to the Xbox way back when, but I haven't ever gone back and completed something like complete a game for Steam or build another app to release or release something on this platform or that platform. I think it would be fun too, but man, it's just so hard to get the time to figure out what to build and find something that you're actually excited about building.
Yeah.
Yeah. You popped Cloud open yet?
Nope.
Have you been watching Bob Martin? He's been using Claude and documenting his experience with things.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Game with it. Yeah, on X, if you go to him, he's been posting a lot of content lately about his experiments with AI and doing work on it. So you might gain some stuff there. I did this last week and have Codex. So Open Chat GPT's OpenAI's thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I had it actually write a whole. It was a terrible novel, but I had it write an entire 125,000 word novel on its own. I got into the second chapter. No, it was a third chapter before I realized it started making really big mistakes. Like it was made a few mistakes in the first chapter, then it made a few bigger mistakes in the second. Then the third one, I was like, okay, now you're just literally repeating what you did in the last book or chapter. So, but dude, I ran it through. I had it write a script to run it through and generate audiobook for it. And I just fed it my open AI key and it just boop. And it sounded great, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Like, you wouldn't believe. Yeah. It sounded like you were actually listening to somebody reading your book. It was really like I listened to it on the way to my son's hockey thing. Like I just put it on like I would a normal audiobook and listened through. And I was like, oh, that's cringy, or oh, they didn't do that right or whatever. But yeah, it was really neat. So anyways, I guess it's really easy to make audiobooks.
Yeah, maybe I should, whenever I do get this thing shipped, revisit burn rate.
Is that the arrow key in the middle? Not in the middle?
Where you see
it's
arrow?
So ugly.
This? What?
Oh, no. What the heck is that? Next to my locker, the circle button. That was a back button with an arrow that's just really messed up.
Oh,
Is there a menu button?
It's a backwards button. That.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's not centered.
The arrow's not centered.
And it's too small of an arrow. Sorry, I'm gonna find all sorts of shit to critique whenever I look at UIs. I don't know. Are you that kind of person who likes really crisp lines and everything aligns and there's no?
I mean, I never really paid attention to this. This one, yeah, I don't have an eye for this one. But you saw it.
Yeah.
This pencil right here bothers me. Like that's the fattest girth pencil, but it's not a priority for me to address right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Example. So what else is new?
A scheduled vacation, and now my hairline's receding because I have no clue where to spend it.
Oh, where are you? When is it?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you don't know my personality, man, like, there's a couple things. I don't like options. I hate going to grocery stores. When I go out to eat, like 70% of the time, I have the server choose my meal. I have them choose my drink. I don't like options. Like, it stresses me out. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, the chicks that I'm with, they think it's weird because like hoes love options. I don't know why, but uh,
Ooh, I got
the,
this and this.
yeah, you go to a drugstore, you go to like CVS or Walgreens, and you just need like soap. All right, cool. There should be like bar soap or body wash soap. That's okay. You can walk for like 50 feet and there's like 4 shelves of all different types of soaps. Why? Why is there 50 feet and 4 shelves of different soaps? I don't get it. Like, it's dumb. Like, women are stupid.
Purpose, fit and function, competition, sense. Yeah. There's a lot of reasons to have a lot of different kinds of soap, but I understand your frustration.
It's
That's
dumb.
why I was thinking about. That's why I thought about one day, like, you know what I really should just do is put together a pack on Amazon where you get jeans and a shirt and maybe a sweatshirt, and they all have the day of the week on them, and you just buy a pack of them for the entire week, and so you just wear your Sunday shirt, pants, jacket if you need on Sunday, the Monday one on Monday, and you just always wear the same thing. Maybe there's a variety of things for the week, but it's all defined by the pack. So you don't have any decisions to make. You just go, oh, it's Friday. I need to put on my Friday clothes.
I mean, that's pretty much what I do. It's just no labels on it.
Yeah.
Out of my entire closet, I consistently wear 10% of, not even 10%. I probably wear 5% of all the clothes that I own every week.
Yeah, that's me too.
My Saturday is my Saturday and Sunday, I pretty much wear the same outfit every single time. All right. Every time I move to a new address, I throw away probably easy 50 pounds worth of clothes. It's every single time. And I try to get rid of clothes because I know that I'm not going to wear it. But I don't know. I wish I was a normal size so the clothes could actually fit me. Like 3/4 of all the clothes I have, especially when it comes to shirts, like they don't fit me. They're baggy. I'm not wearing that. Scott Nimrod. I don't look like wearing.
Is that because the big and tall is usually both big and tall rather than just tall?
Exactly. Oh yeah, what am I supposed to be looking at? You wanted me to go to Twitter. I don't own that many clothes. Pretty much all in use. I only buy clothes if existing ones are so worn out.
Yeah. Basically.
I think Odie's boycotted me right now. All right, so you said Twitter.
Yeah. Right at business, and if you look up Bob Martin or Uncle Bob, like I said, he's had a
Epiphany.
No, he's just been doing a lot of.
That's funny.
Yeah, Giga Chad. Yeah, obviously that's a pin one, but And he does still some political stuff, which is fine. So that comment is definitely about his experience with using the coding tools. But yeah.
Implementing a strategy written for a resource-constrained environment, such as VMS in the 80s and C, seems to be something Claude can do without getting into a myopia loop. Whenever I see misbehavior, I ask Claude what the VMS solution did. It tells me, then I say, do that, and it does. So I guess Claude can translate C to closure in small increments.
Yeah, he goes into a bunch of things that he's tried and like how he's uses it more for planning stuff, and like this has been weeks of this stuff. I think this is all pretty recent here. Like, yeah, this is just in the last day, but
yeah, my eyes, my eyes didn't read Hero Wars. It immediately thought this said Halo Wars.
Oh, I can see why. Then you got excited.
Yeah, I got aroused, but okay. Constantly having to remind Claude of things we discussed a half an hour ago is frustrating. Picking all these tidbits up in Claude, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's really good at pinpointing direct things, but trying to get it to do a big thought exercise, it's like you really need to be the driver of what it does. But if you give it very direct things to do, it's great. And it can go pretty long. It's just going to make a lot of problems with just being like, hey, go do this type of things. But even the Gemini CLI is getting a little bit better. But update the community insight sheet. Model the logistics sheet behavior. I'm telling you, if you just do this in Gemini CLI, it'll just.
I didn't understand the user experience. It was weird. I didn't like it.
And Odie tried to help you, and he couldn't explain it, or what?
He explained it. He tried to help me, and it was weird. I
like, what was weird about it? Just because it
I don't understand the CLI. I didn't understand. The CLI was doing a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't understand, and I couldn't keep track of. I mean, just like picking up a new language, or just like looking at a new language is unfamiliar, and you're like, I don't understand this. It's the same thing with these CLI tools. Like, it's unfamiliar to me. I don't understand it, so I immediately just back up.
Oh, it sort of just goes and does work, but I think I guess the main thing is that there is like a desktop option now for Claude, at least. I think it's still kind of in its beta stage or whatever, but it's like it'll give you the Claude experience in a UI. I don't know.
Why doesn't Claude just build a IDE? I mean, I know that's a huge effort.
Well, that's what Cursor does. So I mean, it's VS Code, but that's what Cursor does. I think it was trying to keep things a lot more lightweight and streamlined. And to be honest, I don't like the integrated ones. I'd rather use a separate terminal with Claude in it to do the work. There's some niceties that you can get with when you're trying to work within a particular file. Like Cursor is really good to just say, hey, complete this section, or like giving you auto suggestions to accept.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're doing agents and stuff like that, I'd much rather just have the CLI run and do it that way. And I think that's probably the majority of developers. But you're not in the majority, man.
That was a yawn.
Sorry, I forgot. I forgot the way to do it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's National Croissant Day. Apparently. Croissant.
My name is Scott. I'm on the block. They say, what's up? I pull out my update the community insights, community sheet, movement behavior to model the logistics behavior. The community sheet belongs to the item details page, and then the logistics sheet belongs to main page.
So I don't understand. Why are you okay with like doing this where it just goes and does stuff, but it doesn't report it back? With the CLI, it just goes and does stuff and reports back so that you can improve things.
Hold on for 1 second. Provides the sheet movement behavior I need. The main view model, logistics sheet. Something's missing. Hold up. Oh no. All right. No. I just really...
copy the last prompt. Just copy it.
Where?
Go up to it and hover on it. It'll show a copy.
Go up where?
No, not there. Didn't you? Oh, never mind. Did you just delete the whole thing? Sorry, I missed it.
It did page navigation for whatever reason, and I lost it.
Oh, lame. That doesn't happen in the CLI. Sorry. I wonder why the fuck you did that. You must have a hotkey or something.
I just lost like 3 minutes of my life.
Can you dictate to it with the little thing?
Yeah, I never tried that before.
Just try it. Just tell it what to do. Well, your mic might be taken up by our conversation, but you could switch over to it.
That sucks. The community sheet needs to perform the same movement behavior as the logistics sheet. Behavior. That sounds like a French name. Behavior. The community sheet needs to perform the same movement behavior as the logistics sheet. I attached files for context. The item details. Community sheet needs to perform the same movement behavior as the logistics sheet on main page. All right. Oh yeah, I gotta provide the item detail files. My name is Scott. I'm on the block. My name is who? My name is Scott. Oh yeah, I gotta provide the view model. Yeah. You don't like the workflow that I'm doing? It's amazing.
It's amazing. No, it's not amazing. It could be more amazing, man.
Pose.
You just got to get into these CLI tools.
All right, so sorry. You were asking me something, and I had to complete my thought 5 minutes ago. No, what were you asking?
I don't know.
We were talking
I think
about Cursor, and we were talking, and I was saying that Claude needs to have their own IDE, which I'm sure
yeah,
probably takes
I'm
a
guessing
couple
at
of
some
years to
point in
build.
time they will. Yeah. But because Cursor went totally based on VS Code, and I think that's the thing is like when you're general purpose, what do you build for? And so you'd have to build all of these language models in and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think that they're going to be honest. I think they're gonna just continue to do what they do, which is just have the really good CLI and then probably a desktop experience for it. But yeah, sorry, now you got into doing work too. Well, not the work you're doing. You're doing work for your own thing, but oh crap.
Oh man, that increased a lot.
Oh crap! What the hell?
All right, I'll work on this another time.
My machine kind of froze up, so we'll see if it catches up here, but I can't see anything.
Gambler says I'm usually using open code as I can't connect to the company approved LLMs. GitHub, not really vibe coding, but often as a reviewer of photo protocol. I had to do a release last night.
I've heard of open code for the first time this week. I got to look at open code because now I've heard it enough times where I need to look at it. Oh yeah, actually this looks pretty sweet. I was gonna look at Goose. Have you looked at Goose at all, Gamor? Open code. I assume you just plug in a whatever tool you want. Yeah, Goose was Jack Dorsey's one, I think. I can't remember which company of his put it out, but I think it was maybe Stripe. The cat's going nuts. I got to get to my dream of just being able to set up my agents and have them do the work.
Set up your agents?
My agents.
Your agents to do the work. It's a phenomenal idea.
That's racist, man. We should rename agents to something else because it sounds too much like agents.
I need my agents to do this for me.
Yeah, so I'm going to create a utility called Sweatshop where I set all my agents up. That's not actually a bad name for a utility that you deal with machines that don't have any feelings and stuff. I'll just throw them in my Sweatshop. That's what I should have used for. I don't know. But yeah.
We were talking about hella options in the soap aisle, and then
as long as you don't drop it.
I love dropping the soap. Yeah, where should I go for my vacation? I was considering Bahamas and going to Atlantis. Have you been to Atlantis?
I have not. No, I've only been outside of. I was to the Bahamas for the first time, and it was just a private island. So, for that cruise I was on. So yeah, I have not been to the Atlantis.
I would go to Africa or Asia, but I'm only taking like four business days off, and it takes an entire day just to fly. I would go to London, but it's freezing up there right now.
Yeah. think. Let me think here. Australia?
That's the same thing as going to Asia.
Well, sort of.
It takes an entire day.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Minnesota, it's freezing, but you can come ice fishing.
No, thank you. What about Hawaii? But man, that might as well be a day.
Yeah, it probably would be a day.
That's like 11 hours.
How's Venezuela this time of year? Down to, you just go on a cruise. It's super easy. There's options, tons of options, but there's really not. There's a limited number of options compared to what the world has.
How did you like your cruise experience?
Dude, I loved it. I want to do cruises now. It's ruined other vacations for me because it's so simple. Like you literally just show up, get on the boat, and that's a little bit of a hassle, but it's not bad. And then
is it kind of like just being at a theme park that's floating in the middle of the ocean?
Sort of. It's like being at a luxury all-inclusive resort in the middle of the ocean. I mean, it's literally a hotel that moves. So it's like you have, pools, you got as much food as you want to eat, whatever. If you really want to get wild, you can get drink packages and stuff, and then you can have they have restaurants. You can have, your fine dining nights if you want. And they have shows, comedy sketches, things like that. And then when you actually make it to ports, you have excursions that you can go do. It's a little expensive, but man, to me, it was great because I don't have to figure out a hotel. I don't have to figure out what we're doing. We don't just end up walking places and doing shit. It's like you just can relax as much as you want or not. Now it depends a lot on if you get seasick, though, whether you'd have a good experience. But no, I mean, it was like I want to do another cruise now as soon as I can, but my wife's not super interested in trying to rush one through. But yeah, no, it was kind of like, to me, it felt like going to Vegas, but less stressful. I don't know. Like the hotel's nice. There's a lot of amenities and things you can do, but you don't have to do anything. You just walk down to your room whenever you want and take a nap and go to a show. And dude, they do pictures and stuff too. They have formal nights and all this kind of stuff. And there's a club, there's a whole side of it I didn't see because we had our kids with, but there's a club and there's, dancing and stuff like that at night.
You dance?
You can meet a lot of people. And then also when you meet people, you end up being oh, it's that guy, oh, hey guy, yeah. I know you.
Oh yeah.
But
you
dance? I would dance if I'm drunk enough, for sure.
You don't strike me as a dancer. You don't strike me as a disco inferno.
I actually really like karaoke. I did that at least once on the cruise, but
oh, you can sing?
I was gonna do it again. No, I can't sing, but I like to sing. I don't care. People can listen to my banter or whatever. But yeah. What's West Side National Park? I haven't seen that one. Is that part of the Florida? No, or is that part of Bahamas?
This is Bahamas.
Okay.
Bahamas stretches pretty far, man.
Yeah, a lot of islands.
This is Grand Bahama up here. Bahamas stretches pretty far. Because Miami to West Palm is an hour and a half.
Sound like
Heathers. Miami to West Palm is an hour and a half.
Without giving the exact week, which month are you going this month into for your thing?
Next month.
Next month, so it's
this month is over.
Where's Bermuda? You should go to Bermuda.
I think it's near or parallels Massachusetts or Connecticut or something.
How many days do you have?
It's over here. Yeah, I was wrong. It's parallel to Georgia. Yeah, look how small it is. Yeah,
Here you
it's
go.
small.
4 days, the Bahamas from Miami. It's
It's
like,
literally Bermuda is literally 10 miles, dude. You look at this right here, the scale, 10 miles. That's Bermuda. I thought it was a lot bigger than that.
it's its own country too. We should just take over Bermuda.
No, I think Bermuda is British.
Oh, is it? Here you go. Start in Miami, Half Moon Cay, which is that really nice one. Celebration Key, end in Miami. There you go. Show one date, March 2nd through the 6th. That's the only problem with. That's actually one of the big problems with cruises is that they're like they're all on timelines, so you have to adjust to that schedule. You can't just pick up one day and go.
I think Cancun would be an easy one to do. Uh, Jamaica.
Aruba. It's Aruba like.
I've been to Aruba before. It's straight. It's off of I thought it was off of Venezuela somewhere. Where do you see that at? Oh, up here.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah, I've been to Aruba before.
Is Aruba owned by Venezuela?
No, Aruba is owned by the Dutch.
No, or is it its own country?
It's
Yeah,
a Dutch. It's a Dutch colony.
Trinidad and Tobago.
I was considering carousel. I don't know how to pronounce the word.
You've been to Puerto Rico?
I was considering this one right here, Caracal.
Caraco? Is that how you spell it? Caraco? Or say it?
I thought it was Caracal.
See, I'm gonna go ask Google because I want to.
This is also owned by the Dutch.
It's an island country, Curaçao.
Yeah, it's owned by the Dutch. They're both.
It's a country within the Kingdom of the Netherlands. How do you actually say it? Pronunciation. How to pronounce Curaçao?
Trinidad.
Curacao. Curacao is the correct way to say it. Curacao. Curacao. Guadalupe. Antigua.
U.S. Virgin Islands. What about the U.S. Virgin Islands? And you never hear about anybody in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
I always hear about the U.S. Virgin Islands because when you're doing geography and U.S. stuff, it's not a state, so you have to think about that plus Puerto Rico plus Guam and looks like a nice place. All the boats.
Yeah, this world is big, man.
There's some. Oh yeah, I got cruises coming through.
I just want to get on. I just want to rent a motorcycle and just ride.
Maybe they got excursions on a cruise, man. You just take one and you just go for a day and then come back out.
All right, hold on. Let's go ahead and do what you said. What Carnival? What?
If you've never done it, Carnival is fine too. Royal Caribbean are the two big ones, and Disney is all down there. But there's Virgin. Like it depends on what kind of experience you want and how much you want to spend. Because like you can get on, I think is it Virgin? Is adults only? Maybe.
I told you I was
in.
I spent the night in Universal Studios 2 weekends ago. Did I tell you that?
Oh no, you didn't. I'll be there later this year.
I was coming from Tampa. April. I was coming from Tampa, and then I ended up staying at a high-end resort for a night. It was cool. It was my first time being at a resort inside the United States.
But yeah, so like you'd have to select dates because they got like dates, and so there's for Carnival there's in March there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
If you want to be my lover,
options.
You gotta be my friend.
16th to 20th, 26th to 26, 21st to 26, 30th to 3rd, 12 to 16, 9 to 13, 23 to 27.
It's a place called Kokomo. That's where you wanna go to get away from it all. Dun, 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 dun.
So pick the date is the last one. To go up.
If I pick the date, that means people are going to know when I'm not home. They're going to break into my crib and steal my motorcycles and everything else.
We already talked about it being in March, just not specifically when in March. But yeah, I guess if you cruise the dates in there, but
I'm going to take you to.
I think with the shorter ones too, I don't know if the ships are bigger then or if they're smaller. I think they might be bigger because people can do a lot more shorter ones. But
ooh, I want to take you to Kokomo. Get there fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we want to go.
So like that first one, for instance, that 4-day one, it's like, so you start in Miami and then like you probably have a day at sea and then you go to Half Moon Cay for a day. And really what that means is like at 9 or 10 o'clock, they start shipping you off to the Half Moon Cay. Like there's these little ships you take. And then it's like, it's probably the best beach I've ever been on, like super sandy. And then they have this barbecue that they run on the beach. And dude, that barbecue was awesome. Like it was chicken and salad and burgers and stuff. It was super good.
This has to be Atlantis. Oh, that's Atlantis.
Oh, probably, yeah.
This has to be Atlantis.
And that's a 3-day one. So it's just like you're a day at sea, you go to Celebration Key for a day, which is what that is. It's actually their private theme park, Celebration Key. And then you end at Miami again. So you have another day back to get there, I think.
My name is Scott. I'm on the block.
But yeah, getting aligns with dates is the tough part. But like I said, there's actually a lot of options out there because you got Carnival, you've got Royal Caribbean, which I think Royal Caribbean, I think they're a step up from Carnival. Carnival is supposed to be kind of like the bottom of the barrel for it's
really
cheap. Yeah, it's cheap, but it's bottom of the barrel, and they've. I
don't want to be around bottom of the barrel people, man. I hate bottom of the barrel people. Freaking trailer parks.
So if you think of cruises, like to me in my mind, you've got Carnival is the cheap option, but it's fun and whatever they have, they're pretty whatever. Royal Caribbean, I think their ships are nicer, and I just don't know what we're gonna probably take Royal Caribbean next time we do a cruise just to see how they compare. But then you've got, like I said, you've got I think it's Holland, you've got Virgin, you've got Princess, you've got Disney. Although you probably wouldn't want to do Disney, but they do have adults only cruises too, if you just want to stay out of the way of kids. On some of these, but yeah, the big thing is how do you do on boats? Because you do get like
but it's not going to rock like that, will it?
No, I mean you feel rocking all the time, and especially if it's stormy, you're going to feel rocking, but it's very subtle, and it's like I don't know. But when I got off, dude, like you're like. It takes a while to get your land legs again back, yeah. But yeah, I mean, you see these things and they got like a lot of stuff. But man, it's a lot of fun.
Where do you pick where it's leaving out of?
For here, I don't know. Departure ports down below.
I represent the block. My name is Scott. Yeah.
Another thing you could do is go to Orleans. We did that. It was fun.
I'm scared of New Orleans.
Dude, Orleans has this really... Do you like World War II stuff?
Yeah.
They have this World War II museum that is like... You can spend like 4 hours there. It's really cool.
Really?
Like they have... Yeah, you actually like go through... Like you start and it walks you through all the phases of the war. Like you start with like the build-up, or like the U.S. getting into the war and the propaganda and like that. And then you go through like, they have a section for like the different fronts that you're on. Like here's the Pacific front and all this stuff. So it's like, yeah, you can go down to Bourbon Street and get really messed up and stuff like that. But there's a lot of cool things in Orleans that I didn't even know was there. So
Oh, this is
they got some
nice,
good food
dude.
too.
This is what my suite's gonna look like. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be an expensive suite. That'd be like $1,000, I bet.
I'm Scott
More.
Nimrod.
Maybe like 2,000.
Money's not a thing to me. I piss money
yeah.
away.
But yeah, you can go as cheap as you want or as nice as you want with these things, which is nice too. And they do have like Royal Caribbean, or no, Carnival has this like Havana Club too, which gets its own little private, separate pool and spot away from the kids. They also do have on Carnival like certain adults only relaxations areas and stuff. I don't know. I had a really lot of fun because, like I said, it's so simple. Like you just get on and then you just relax and do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. So this is my room for $1,200. Okay.
Well, yeah. So that's before they get you with everything. So at least Carnival, like they have you can opt out, but they have a gratuity that you basically pay one big lump gratuity. And that goes to everyone, and they charge it to you. You can actually ask them to say, "Hey, don't charge me the gratuity. I want to pay on my own for things." But there's all sorts of little things like that they get you on. So, I would, with a thing like that, I'd probably estimate for twice the cost of what they put down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because just with all the stuff that you can buy and do.
How much time did you spend in your quarters?
I got sick one day when we went to Turks and Caicos. I had a drink at we went to Margaritaville at Turks, and I had this I think it was a hurricane or something, and they just burned the hell out of it. Then I went back and had some coffee, and that combination just made me sick. So I spent like almost a whole day in one once, but it was fine. Like, whatever. But yeah, they have shops too. So there's like, what is it called? Not royalty free. Is it royalty free? Yeah. Like things that you can buy on board. They'll try to sell you all sorts of shit, like watches and stuff like that.
How do I change the date?
Packs of Marlboros too.
Is it different dates with different prices?
Yeah. If you get onto last minute cruises too, sometimes you can get really good deals because they're like, if we don't fill the room, we're gonna lose money. So they start right before the ships take off. They start to really discount. But then they usually don't have as many options available for nice rooms or all that. But yeah, no, it's if you've never done one, it's an experience. I'd say do it once in your life because you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. And
I've never done one before.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met someone who's like, "Oh, I went on a cruise and it was just okay. I'd maybe do one again," but it's either like, "Oh yeah, that was awesome," or "No, I'll never do one of those again. It was awful." So it's just all about whatever, But yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, it's to me, I like it because of the simplicity of it all. You go on and you've got stuff to do, and you don't have to decide anything up front. You just get on the boat and, they got a comedy show tonight at this time. They've got a bingo going on here. I could go down to the casino. I could do this, that, the other thing. Yeah.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Yeah. So Wonder is their smaller. So the big ones you see with Royal Caribbean are their Icon class. Those are the big ships. Wonder must be their like next tier down. But
where you see Wonder?
See, when you're picking it, you're actually picking a ship to go on. So that's Wonder to see. We went on.
This is a kiddie ship?
I wouldn't say it's a kiddie ship. It's just a smaller ship than their Icon class. But I don't know if they've got 3-day Icon class ones. I think they use those for their.
I want to grow in a sexy ship. Which one's the grow in a sexy ship?
1 second. Let me see if.
My name is Scott. I'm on the block. Your name is who? Well,
Virgin offers adults only.
Virgin is a gay ship. I'm not going on that.
Yeah.
They got too much homo stuff going on there.
Princess is another one, I think. I don't know if they are.
You went on Virgin before?
No, I've only ever been on Carnival, so I've only done that one. But I really want to I want to try them all now. Like if I had it up to me, all my vacations would be just cruises now because, like I said, it's just simple. Like getting on is the hardest part because you have to go through, you have to do all of your passport shit and all that. But and they have very strict rules about what you can bring on board to things too, and they'll confiscate it.
Like
on the way in.
Music speakers.
Yeah, music speakers or like certain kinds of chargers. Like if you bring a
electric generator.
Protector. If you bring a surge protector, they'll take that. I think certain devices they'll take because it's just like the electrical system needs to be solid. So they remove everything that would impact it or cause a fire. But like I said, we didn't have any problems with that because my wife did the research up front. Beat off the clock. Oh, beat the clock. Never mind.
Beat off the clock. What?
When you get. Yeah, the other thing is when you get on, at least for Carnival, like you actually check your baggage because they go through it all. Like I said, they don't dig through your shit, but they will if there's something they need to take out. But then they deliver it to your door at your room. And so like it took them like 3-4 hours to get it. So we were walking around. I was coming off the airplane. I forgot they didn't shower that morning, so I was just like gross. I was stinky and gross by the time I got on. But I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff. Anyways, like I said, it's to me it's the most relaxing vacation I've taken just because I didn't have to decide what to do, and I just it was easy. I'll stop saying that now. I think I've made my point that it was easy.
No,
of course, you'll probably go on one and you'll get like the rare case where they break down or something. I'm not on wood for that. Did you ever? There was this. If you want to ever go and not take a cruise, they'll. If you go on Netflix, I think they've got a documentary called The Cruise or something like that.
Where cruise? Booze cruise.
So Carnival had like a ship that they started, and it on the way back it broke down in the middle of the Gulf of America, and they had to like have people poop in buckets and stuff because like the water system shut down. I guess it's like, but they run. If you see how many cruises they run, like that's not the norm. It's like when an airplane goes down. It's like, it happens every once in a while. And sometimes too, like weather can take you off course. So it's like you're not actually guaranteed to go to any port because, they if the weather is such that they would have danger, they'll avoid going places. So, but I don't know when's hurricane season for you guys.
Not now.
We didn't have any big hurricanes this last year, did we? That was first in a while.
United States didn't, but Jamaica got slammed. Jamaica and Cuba.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
My name is Scott. I'm on the block.
Yeah. Those interior cabins, those look a little bit nicer than the ones on Carnival. Like we stayed in an interior cabin. It was pretty tight, but it's kind of eerie because the entire thing gets super dark because you have no windows in the interior.
God, this will take me forever.
See, here's the problem. There's too many options for cruises.
Well, the date they have like specific date windows.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying is like you have to kind of plan your trip around the dates of the cruise.
How do you put in the date?
You just pick the time and then go through the options.
I don't see it. Where do you put in the date?
It's the very first one. You put in February 1st to February 28th.
No, I didn't. It just says
It
February.
just auto-select. Yeah, so if you select March
Oh,
or search by dates, you'll get all the things.
okay. Yeah, you're smart.
Just hide your screen. Hide your screen selecting the dates, then people won't know.
That's fine. My name is Scott. I'm on the block. I scream, you not.
23rd is that day after you get back. That's my 41st birthday. 41, I guess. It won. Getting old sucks, man. I don't like it.
It does. Well, my father told me when I was like 12, he said, Scotty, don't get old. Yep, I remember him telling me that.
Who told you that? Sorry, I missed the lead up.
My father.
Oh, your dad? Okay.
Yep.
Round trip, Miami. Perfect day at Cocoa Bay, Bahamas, Nassau. Yeah.
I did not mean to click that. I was stop. Why did it do that? Oh, okay. View date. Why do I have to click the button to view the date? Why
doesn't it just show you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's during the week.
That's dumb. Why don't you just have the date in here? That's dumb, stupid UX people. Did I not? 19th. 20 to 23rd.
Pipeline canceled. What the fuck? Oh no, it's canceled because it's in a good shape. Good.
So apparently these boats don't leave on like Thursdays. They have to leave on Fridays. Well, I took a Thursday off, so I'm not trying to burn a day. Yeah, it looks like it's straight Friday.
What? Well, I can't. I don't know what day you're actually going, but if it's on a Thursday, I don't know.
Yeah, all this stuff leaves Friday.
Yeah. What is this? March?
Friday, Saturday.
Here's Monday.
Monday.
I think a lot of the ones that are open are like, oh wait, Monday through Friday, Thursday through Monday, on the 12th through the 16th on Carnival.
No, I'm bougie, man. You said Carnival's bottom of the barrel. I don't want to deal with people like that.
Well, Carnival is fine. They've been getting better too. Don't take this, but they actually like they started people to like out. Yeah, they've started out.
You're like, yeah.
And they're getting a lot of flack for it. But like,
hold on. Say it one more time. What did they do specifically?
So they started to like outlaw things that or outlaw, basically make rules that against things that like a lot of like
for people that are not courteous, like banning speaker, like portable
speakers is one. Yep, that's one. And they did this. So a lot of carnivals had these things where people would bring these fans, like these women would bring these fans. They would do these dances with the fans where they'd clap them and stuff like that. They said it was a safety hazard, so they took that away. They stopped playing hip hop in the clubs, like rap.
People keep fighting.
Probably, but they did that. And what else did they do? They adjusted some of their drink packages and things, but like I said, I'd do Carnival again. I didn't have a bad experience, but it was like a 5 or 6 nighter type thing. So I think a lot of people that go on like these weekend ones, and that's probably where most of the party time is, because it's if you're partying for 6 days straight, it's different than partying for like 3 days straight.
Yeah. Cruises, go to Priceline. Priceline is probably going to be a lot better.
I use Expedia. Is Priceline your go-to?
Yeah, I haven't been on Expedia in a while. I didn't know that was still a business. I said, hey, what's going on? You know about that. Wake up.
That's three blondes. Three blondes. What's going on? Oh, murder. Murder's actually is out. He tried to bite me. Murder tried to bite me.
Your cat's name is Murder?
Technically, yeah. His name is Murder Death Killer.
It's Murder.
Murder Death Killer. Because I was like, he needs to be a murder death killer for these mice that we have in our garage. Now he's inside because it got really cold. But as soon as it hits 20 degrees, he's going to go outside again.
It's Murder.
Oh, actually, there was a story they told about that Carnival Glory. So at one of the ports, they actually had a ship collide with another ship on the Glory. And so the Glory got a hole in it, a big hole. So they had the Carnival Glory hole for a while.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's cool, like cool destinations, relaxing time. Always stuff to do, like you can do shows and
so here's a question. Here's a question. So obviously, I work for the government. Can I technically work out of a cruise ship?
I think so.
I mean, it's these are United States owned companies.
Yeah, so they've got internet packages on them, and I think people probably do.
Yeah, but
it depends on your like VPN requirements, I suppose. But
yeah, they got
a good VPN.
They got mad at me when I logged in from Ghana.
You just do a VPN back to your house and then log in from your home.
Because they would probably know.
Yeah, but yeah, no, they have internet, and then I think Starlink has some capabilities now with cruises too, where you can do stuff with that. But I don't know. It's everything's a markup though, so it's like you pay for Wi-Fi across the different days and stuff like that. So it's yeah.
Well, the thing about cruises is there's fixed dates that they depart. I ain't trying to burn the vacation day being at home.
Yeah, well, I figured if the date was perfect, you could literally just drive over to the port and get on. You don't even need to figure out parking or anything. You just take an Uber over with some shit and you'd be solid. Go to Panama. See the canal. Be kind of interesting, although I don't know. Maybe they're hostile towards America.
See a whole bunch of Chinese people.
Well, that's why they were trying to get rid of they were trying to take back the canal because China has been slowly incurring into South America. But Trump brought back basically the Monroe Doctrine in a new form.
Trump is my hero.
Dude, I think he's going to go down good. And dude, I always tell people
you said you think he's going to
I think he's going to go down.
I thought you were saying you think he's going to be assassinated.
No, I think he's going to go down as one of the better presidents of maybe.
So he came back with a vengeance.
Yeah, but I always tell people when they look at his economic stuff, I'm like, I don't know that I trust Trump on his own about that stuff. But if you look at Scott Bessent, that guy's a machine, man. He's a smart guy.
Who's Scott Bessent?
He's the Treasury Secretary. Okay. And he's actually doing a lot of the economic work, like a lot of it. And he's got a very specific they've got a very specific idea in mind on what they're trying to do. And I trust that guy. And he didn't come from like a conservative think tank. He was actually an analyst or a big time person at one of George Soros's outfits, I believe.
I like putting my night guard in my mouth.
Yeah, what I hate now though is because it takes like probably a good 2 years for him to turn the ship and get the things going good. And you can see with the gas prices coming down, that's the first pin that needs to drop. So once you make energy cheap, and movement cheap, things start to take off. And we're slowly getting there. Like if you looked at gas, it's like what, like two a gallon now in some places, less than $2 versus $4, man. Filling up my truck for $70 rather than $140. It's a big deal on what you can actually do in a week.
The Panama Canal, Casco,
Viejo, UNESCO World Heritage Site. Rent a bike and ride this. Oh, it's probably not a bike. It's probably literally a bike.
I did not make that sound.
I did.
I got seasick once, but it was a small fishing boat. Yeah, I still don't know what I'm going to do with my vacation.
Well, you'll figure something out. I can make a decision for you if you want. I'll just tell you where to go. Go to New Orleans. Go see the World War II Museum. Stay at the Caesar's Palace and
Caesar's Palace in New Orleans.
Yeah, that's where we stayed. We stayed there for like 4 nights. It's not like as grand.
New Orleans didn't. I don't know. I'm just conditioned by the media. New Orleans didn't seem like a dirty city and gang infested.
No. I mean, there was some like when you're going down Bourbon Street, you get heckled by. You have all sorts of like people trying to do their hustle there. Mm-hmm. So like I had one guy. They'll ask you like, what do they ask you? They ask you something about your shoes. Oh yeah, I know where you got those shoes. They'll say, I know where you got those shoes. And if you say, oh, where? Then they know they got you. Or like, I bet you I can tell you. And then they'll go, you got them on your feet. And then they'll try to clean them. And then you got to run away really quick before they try to charge you. I had a guy put some soap on my shoes. I'm like, get out of here. I had to walk away.
They're all black.
No, I mean, there's all sorts of people on Bourbon Street. And you get weird. Some people do weddings there. They'll do marches through like with a band and stuff. It was weird. But like I said, that like Bourbon Street's just one aspect of Orleans. It's like they've got places you can go and things you can see that are not Bourbon Street. And they've got really good food, man. I tell you, food is it's probably soul food.
Have you been to any of the Take two. Hold up. Have you been to any of the national parks like Yosemite or?
I have. I know people that have though. Yeah. Well, no, I've been to like in South Dakota. I guess if you go up to by where they've got. Oh God, I'm just blanking every morning. They got the President's Heads thing, Mount Rushmore. I think they've got a park over there that.
I thought that was Wyoming, right?
No, that's all South Dakota.
What's in Wyoming? I thought that's where. Okay, that's fine.
No, they've got the national parks in Wyoming too, but.
No, I could have sworn Mount Rushmore is in Wyoming. You're saying South Dakota?
No, it's definitely in South Dakota. It's in Rapid City, or outside of Rapid City. Don't go there in the winter though. But dude, you should go there in the summer. Go to Sturgis next year.
Oh, the motorcycle thingy?
Yeah, you're a bike guy, man. Sturgis is the big one.
Those are cruiser bikes. Big difference.
They I think they allow all types there. Maybe not, but they probably do. Get yourself a nice cruiser and just go over there.
I would.
Mount Rushmore is cool, but actually, like these like they've got these natural. There's so many natural like things you can see. So you go out and see the Badlands and all the natural formations of all of the stones. And then they've got this one place outside and Deadwood. Deadwood is like a mini Vegas type thing. There's casinos, drinking, just like it's this small town kind of nestled in this kind of like canyony area. I would like to go there as an adult without kids and spend some time in Deadwood.
Deadwood, South Dakota.
Yeah, yeah, it's a cool place. But yeah, there's a lot you can do there, but just not in the winter. It's semi-arid there, so it's not as bad as Minnesota is. But
Have you been to
probably
Burning Man?
still no, no. Known people have
Promo?
gone, but
Oh, okay.
known at least 2 or 3 people that have gone that I've worked with. I don't think it'd be my vibe.
You don't do drugs?
Not the drugs they're probably doing there.
Yeah, you should try hard drugs. Everybody's doing it.
It's on my list for when I turn 80. I've gotten up to caffeine, nicotine, alcohol, and weed are the 4 that I'll partake in at this point. Technically, although I'm very, very cautious about this after you're done, I would try psilocybin mushrooms.
Don't do it.
Yeah, well, no, that's what because I've been offered, and I'd be like, well, I have this friend who had a really bad experience, and I saw what happened to you. I was like, I do not want to be that guy ever. Like,
and plus, I think you told me that you're genetically prone to certain things, so don't do it.
Am I? To what?
Psychosis?
Oh, I don't think I am.
Yeah.
But maybe, I don't know. But yeah. I would see. To me, what the best experience would be is if they had places where it was legal, but it was very heavily controlled.
I mean, we could delete this video later, but you told me that you took medication one time and you had ideations.
Oh yeah, no, that was a drug that it's called Accutane. That actually, like, it's for skin.
Well, drug or not, that's what I struggle with the shrooms.
Yeah,
and
well, like small. That's why I was saying, like, it would be nice to go to a place where they actually have it fully controlled. Dosages are controlled. They have a nice environment for you to hang out in, and it's just an experience. Like, you hear like people doing these sweat lodge things with peyote and stuff like that, where they go on spirit journeys or whatever, that kind of stuff. But more like controlled and less backwoodsy type stuff. I think that'd be great if they allowed it. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm very, very cautious about that. So, especially after seeing you, because you were changed after that. Like, you changed big time, and you didn't really recover for. I don't think you recovered for probably like 3 years.
Yeah.
At least in our conversations, like before that, you were like gung ho about everything. You're still gung ho about stuff, and you're getting back to it, but not like you were.
It left me up.
Yeah. That's why I tell people that. I'm like, no, man, you don't want to go too hard on that. You can have a real bad break.
Yeah, thankfully I came back, but
some people don't. Yeah.
People don't come back, man.
It rewires your brain. It does, and it can rewire it in a great way too. Like,
I mean, the worst is you could go crazy by hearing things that people can't hear, and it'll drive you crazy.
Yeah. But you also said the first time that it
was amazing the first time.
Yeah. So it's got to be like the right conditions and the right dosage.
Yeah, I overdosed. Yeah. Took 7 grams.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The maximum recommended is like 1.5. So
yeah, but when I'm 80, I'm trying everything but meth, though. So
no, try meth.
No, not doing it. Never gonna do that. I have
no clue. I have no clue why people try anything. Like, especially when it comes to the hard drug. I don't know why people try cigarettes. I don't know why people try meth. Like, that's a good idea. Oh, I was at a party. That's not an excuse. Like, what good could I don't know of any. Not that I hang around people like that, but are there any functioning meth heads? Like, get out of here, man.
I mean, I know people that have done it and would probably do it again because they're addicts. But they try not to. But like, that's the thing is, in the Midwest, at least, methamphetamine is big. It's the big drug around here that is the most life altering and destructive to people. It's really, really bad. And then now with fentanyl, with getting laced into everything, like they find fentanyl in everything. And it's just not, none of it is good or safe, or it's all bad. As opposed to like mushrooms, where I know a lot of highly functional people, and even cocaine. I know a lot of people that have used cocaine and they're just normal, high functioning people. But I know why people try nicotine now, though. It does have it does have a performance effect. I can tell you it does. Okay. Big time. It's bad for heart disease, but it has a significant impact on performance. I've noticed it totally allows you to focus in a way that if you have trouble focusing like I do sometimes, it's great. But yeah, dude, Orleans was great. We went on a riverboat thing we went on a riverboat cruise too. You have a nice dinner and just cruise the Mississippi up and down a little bit. Oh, that must be like the big channel that they have all the boats come in.
This man.
You actually have to have. Yeah, actually, it's kind of interesting. So you have to do, because New Orleans is a big port, right? And so they have to go through that channel to get into New Orleans. And they basically said that the boat drivers there, they have to have somebody who's specifically trained on every boat to navigate that channel. So they, like, if a Chinese vessel comes in to drop stuff, they literally have to pick up someone who's licensed to navigate that channel.
I wonder if people have taken their motorcycle and just hugged the coast all the way.
That'd be probably a fun trip, man. Going up, go see the World War II Museum. And
I did the Imperial War Museum in London. That was depressing.
Yeah, I'd say that about, not depressing, but the World War II Museum, there's definitely some points that hit you.
Man, F that. Man, I'm trying to go to Cuba, dude. How do I get down there under the Trump administration? Hold up.
Fly to Canada.
F that. I've been to Cuba before. I'm trying to go back, dude. Hold up. How do I get to Cuba as an American for educational reasons, whatever? I want to go to Cuba. I want to drive to Key West, catch a ferry to Cuba. As of 2026, the process is straightforward but requires specific documentation to comply with the U.S. Office of Foreign Assets Control. Since tourism is technically prohibited, you must travel under a general license. This is not a physical piece of paper you apply for. It is an honor system category you select when booking your flight and lodging. Okay, that's fine. Choose your educational subcategory. Like, I've been to Cuba before. I just don't remember the details. You will need 3 main items to enter Cuba and return to the U.S. safely. Passport, a Cuban e-visa. Cuba has moved to an electronic visa system, replacing the old paper tourist card. You can usually purchase this through your airline. Okay, that's fine. Viajeros form, an online pre-arrival declaration. Okay, that's fine. Financial logistics rules. To stay compliant, you cannot stay at hotels owned by the Cuban. Oh, get out. Oh, okay. You cannot stay at hotels. You stay in Casa Particular. Okay, so I could do an Airbnb. That's fine. You're required to maintain a full-time schedule of educational. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Going to Cuba. Cuba requires visitors to have non-U.S. medical insurance. The good news for flights originating in the U.S., this insurance is almost always included in the price of your airline ticket. I'm going to Cuba. I'm back.
You're going to do some nice academic stuff?
Yeah, I did it last time. I went to a tobacco plantation And I did a tobacco plantation, and I went to I bathed inside of a volcano. It was a mud volcano, and I I was on a canoe boat, maybe not a canoe boat, but I was on a small boat exploring their wetland park or river. Okay.
There you go. Cool. You gonna talk to any Cubans in Miami to see if it's a good idea? If you've been there, though, you probably know that.
They look like me. Miami, they don't have black Cubans. You go to Havana, like 70% of them are my complexion. How do you explain that?
Slave trade.
There ain't no slave trade.
It was, though.
It's the lighter you skin, the more privileges and options you have to get out of Cuba. That's what it is. It's white privilege, even though they're not white, they're just lighter skin.
They're Latinx, according to.
Yeah, you don't see black Cubans. Like it's rare to see a black person speaking Spanish, even in Miami. Now, maybe if you go to Hialeah or Havana, like places that aren't really popular with tourists, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can find some of it, but it's not common, right? You go to Cuba, they're black, and it amazes me because like you watch Univision, Telemundo, they don't show black people in those countries. They don't. You look at the music videos of those Spanish music videos, they don't show black people. You go to their country, black people are everywhere. They don't speak English. They're everywhere, but they will not show them on TV. So,
and that's probably why I'll never go to Cuba.
I didn't become racist since I moved to Cuba, or take two. I didn't become racist until I moved to Miami. Miami brought the racism out of me. So,
I'm surprised Cleveland didn't make you.
No, Cleveland's fine. Cleveland's blacks, Jews, and Puerto Ricans. It's fine. Miami's different. Miami, they'll go above and beyond to let you know that you don't look like them, and that they would prefer that you don't be in their establishment. Not the business, the people, the patrons of that business. They'll it's not really even men either. It's the women. The women will be quick to treat you differently.
Yeah,
so
that's it. It's I think everybody wants to be around people that look like them, and I think everybody wants to have times where they're not too. But like, this is like a global phenomenon. Like, people like to be around people that look like them. It's just the way it is because it feels safe.
I don't feel safe when I'm around a whole bunch of black people at a bar, at a nightclub.
So is that the white privilege you get then? Is that you can feel safe around?
No,
you feel safe at Sturgis probably with all the biker.
No, I don't think I'm going to get beat up if I go to Sturgis or anything like that. It's just the fact that I could be a tourist, but I mean, I can't relate to those types of motorcyclists. They live in a completely different culture. I was in a biker gang when I was in Miami. I was in a Latin biker gang. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, I was in a Latin biker gang. I've got.
How much meth did you run up and down?
I've got into plenty of fleece chases. What you said?
I said how much meth did you run to feed the gators?
Oh, okay. So when I say gang, like I didn't put in work. I didn't put in work.
You mean a club, a biker's club?
A biker's club that would periodically get into police chases. But you start gaining responsibilities. Well, I don't know, like have a kid or have a government job. You can't get a felony, man. Your life will be over. I don't know how to sell drugs. I don't know how to extort people. Like, no, I'm not about that life. My life would be over if I catch a felony. So I had to.
It takes a while to rebuild. You can rebuild though. I know people with felonies that have rebuilt.
Middle age.
Yeah, yeah. There's this gal that I worked with, Michelle. She was in her she was 50. She's working at a Hardee's, and she's like, she just had a day, like a worst day, and she's just said she had her oh fuck or fuck this moment, and she went to school, so we were in classes together, and she was okay at what she did, but she was like very like she had what she wanted to do in her mind, and she got it done, and she had fraudulent checks, but it was an old felony. So yeah, no, she did that and worked out. But she's also a white woman, so it might be a little bit different.
Was she pretty?
No,
Oh, okay.
not at all.
No one to save her.
But she got in, and she ended up working at the same place as me, and I think because they asked some of us that they hired, like, would you hire this person? I'm like, it takes a lot of stuff to be that age to decide one day that you're going to completely change your life and work towards this stuff. And I'm like, there's people that are better than her for sure, but she's going to be a hard worker at what she does, and she'll get there. And I don't know. She ended up getting hired, and I enjoyed working with her. A lot of people would complain about her, but I always respected the hell out of her for what she was able to accomplish.
Yeah, I think you mentioned her before.
Yeah, it's like half the people that you work with in tech at the time, are like, they're just coming out of, like me, comfortable homes. They go to college, and their college is mostly all paid for, and they're whatever, and they don't have to actually face life in the way that she had to. So she'd always bring out stuff like, oh, you didn't have to feed your kids flour patties. It's like she just make flour into a ball and then cook it fry it up, like that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know. She was inspiring to a point. Even if technically she wasn't as capable as other people, but yeah. I don't know, I suppose it's 8. I suppose it's time.
Oh man, I didn't realize how early you wake up. You're an hour behind me.
Yeah, I wake up at like so it's funny because it's like the one day my wife doesn't work is Friday. Well, she sometimes works on Fridays, but it's like the one day we could actually sleep in a little bit more. And it's the day that I have the call, so I don't sleep in. So I wake up at like 6:05, 6:15, somewhere in there. That's why I'm usually a couple minutes late as I take my shower and I try to get down, but it's like I'm always trying to maximize my time in bed.
All right. Well, last 2 minutes is you mentioned something about building something for little kids. You know what you should do? Build Claude code for kids, a small agent thing that kids can use to learn vibe coding and coding at the same time.
Yeah. That's my thing. I had Claude try it, or actually had Codex try it. Then I had Claude refine it. And it actually, Scratch, the block coding thing that kids use, Scratch. Familiar with that? If you look up Scratch for coding, you'll find it. It's like this. It's like you connect these blocks together, and that's they're all coding blocks, like if this type things, and then event handlers. It actually created a pretty nice little block builder like that actually works. You do turtle functions, like draw lines and tell the turtle to move around and do it in loops and all that. And the vibe coding part hadn't quite worked yet, so it would call it to Open Router, and it would, or no, Open AI, one of the two anyways, and it would pull down stuff, and then it would say apply these blocks, and then they would just fail like every time. No, actually the last time I did it, it worked nicely. I was like, create a box or something like that, and it created the script and turned it into the blocks, and then sure enough it drew the square just as I would expect it to. So, but I was thinking about that. Nobody's really, so we're adding vibe coding at professional levels, but I don't think we've gotten down to to the idea of, well, why don't we teach kids up vibe coding up front, because that's going to be what development is heavily influenced by now for the next so many years. So it's going to take a little bit, but there's probably a market space where, you know, people who want to give their kids a way to build stuff using vibe coding without all of the, like, in a sandboxed environment. I think there's probably a market for it. You just run through the back end with a bunch of different models that are cheaper, go with smaller ones that are cheaper and easier to use. And because you don't need much to power a small, very focus constrained app for kids, as long as you feed in the proper context and what you're trying to do and have enough safeguards in to prevent, like, it going off the rails or
you don't think it's important for kids to learn how to program first?
I think you do it at the same time. You vibe code the stuff, and then they can look at what it created. So it's like somebody being there to show them how to actually construct the blocks together to produce the output code. The big question is, can you do anything interesting with it, sufficiently interesting enough for kids that are like digital natives to actually be interested in doing it?
Lego Mindstorms.
Because, dude, you try to get a kid into just doing a small console app, they're not interested.
No. You get them to build like a Lego set that has motors on it.
Yeah, Mindstorms, yeah. Or Vex, you can get the robotics, but I mean, if you could do it where people could make actually good games out of it, where kids would be interested in it, that would be probably good. I think Roblox has got some of that coming in. Does your kid play Roblox yet?
No. He likes to play with Legos. When he grows up, he's going to be a monster truck mechanic and a paleontologist. Did I say that right?
Paleontologist. So he's into dinosaurs?
He's into dinosaurs and monster trucks.
So you'll be happy to know that interest in dinosaurs is a flag of highly intelligent kids.
I thought all kids were into dinosaurs.
No.
He's
acute interest in dinosaurs is supposed to be a flag for a highly intelligent kid.
He's very logical. He doesn't understand the concept that he's not equal to his parents. So like he doesn't understand like do what I say, not what I do, or whatever that term is. Like, I don't understand. Like, what you're doing it, why can't I do it? I'm like, because we're not equal. But that's not fair. I'm like, life isn't fair. When you have a kid, you can tell your kid what to do. You can tell your like he doesn't understand, but he asks questions, and he obviously understands like logic, but he doesn't understand like status and hierarchy.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think most kids don't, but they're always trying to test you though to see where they can get away with. They understand the hierarchy, they just don't want to live in it.
Yeah, he has my sense of humor though. It's annoying talking to him because he uses a lot of things that I say. I'm like, hey, how was school? Good. I'm like, what did you do? And he pauses and then he'll say something. I'm like, did you enjoy it? And he'll be like, ... and he'll just bust out laughing.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. All right.
Well, it's been real. Thanks.
Yep. All right. See ya. Have a good one.
See ya.
See you next week. Bye.
See you, Gamble.